Hey everybody, we wanted to do a video, a follow-up video on the Calibre Press Bulletproof training that Deputy Kinnamon and Deputy Swenson went to. They were tweeting out some of the content from the training and just want to ask them a few questions here as to how the training went. You ready for this?
Ready.
Okay, so number one, what would you say is just your takeaway overall point from the two-day training that you went to at Calibre Press?
Yeah, I'd say my biggest takeaway from this training is that violence does come to our cities and into our county, and as law enforcement officers, we have to be ready to combat that violence. Not saying that that violence comes every single day, but when it does come, we have to be not only mentally prepared, but physically prepared as well to be able to handle said situations.
Good. So there was a lot of talk and some misconception as to what the term warrior means. Some people are saying that law enforcement have a warrior mentality. It's just creating an atmosphere in which cops shoot first and ask questions later. But within the training, you were learning about having a warrior heart and a guardian spirit. Can you just kind of talk more about what those two concepts are?
Yeah, as law enforcement officers, we need to have law enforcement officers that are both warriors and guardians. They have to play those roles oftentimes at the same time. So, for example, when the violence that we talked about does come to our county, whether that be domestic violence or an active shooter or an attack on us as an officer, we have to have that warrior that's ready to be able to take on that threat and take care of it however he seems fit. As well as he has to probably transform into a guardian role to be able to protect the citizens or the victims of that call.
Good. And so the last question is, what benefit does this type of a training have for the citizens of Chisago County? You and Deputy Swenson went to it. What benefit does it have providing you these types of tools and now come back into this community and work?
Yeah, one of the quotes that I took away from the training was, the body will not go where the mind has never been. So in this two-day training, we mentally rehearsed how we were going to react to certain situations, watching other deputies and officers react in certain situations and critiquing them quite heavily on things they could have done better or could have done differently to help the situation or to further de-escalate the situation. So mentally preparing myself as well as Deputy Swenson got some mental preparation as to how we would handle certain types of calls when we have to handle them.
Awesome. Well, thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing how this training pays off for you and Deputy Swenson in the future. I myself went to this training about 5 years ago, and since that time I've been to lots of SWAT callouts, some barricaded people, some stressful dynamic situations, and I've seen personally how going to this training has helped me deal with those situations. They're fast moving, they're dangerous, and so having this type of training helps prepare, as Deputy Kinnamon talked about, prepare us for that day before it actually happens.